I actually really like this signing. The Washington Wizards get themselves Jonas Valanciunas on a 3-year, $33 million deal. It's going to pay him an annual of $11 million a season. There is no options, straight up, fully guaranteed, all that good stuff. And you're thinking, why would Jonas Valanciunas go to a rebuilding team? A, it's going to give him the most amount of minutes. B, it's probably the most amount of money he was going to get with the longest amount of years. And C, the Wizards were playing Danilo Gallinari and Patrick Baldwin at points last year at center because we didn't have a big. We brought back Richaun Holmes. Richaun Holmes is more of a backup big, and we kind of just overpaid him because we had to, spend cap space. Plus, the second year is not guaranteed. Now, my son, Alex Sarr is a power forward. He's not a center. He's not really like he can play center, but he's not a good enough rebounder to play center. He's not big enough, like strength wise, to bang low against center. So having Jonas and Richaun Holmes be our centers that will play next to Alex Sarr is huge for us, because now if you want to look at our current roster with Valanciunas is going to look like this. Jordan Poole's the starting point guard, Corey Kispert as the shooting guard, Kyle Kuzma as the small forward, Alex Sarr as the power forward, Jonas Valanciunas as center. Bub Carrington and Malcolm Brogdon, and Johnny Davis and Jared Butler all is the backcourt help. We have spring in a little bit of Landry Shamet if we keep him there. Then Landry Shamet, Keyshawn George, and Justin Champagnie are all backcourt, like wing players, while Bilal Coulibaly is another wing player. You'd assume that starting lineup, Kyle Kuzma might start, and you put Bilal Coulibaly in there, or Corey Kispert comes off the bench and Bilal starts. But Bilal Coulibaly is probably a small forward shooting guard. I don't know why we have him there. Power forward. Then Richaun Holmes is the backup. Third string is Marvin Bagley. Then you have Eugene Omoruyi as another power forward, and so is Pat Baldwin. I really don't think this is a bad team for me. I think this is a deal that we kind of needed to do. What were we going to do otherwise? So that was my big thing. Like, what were we going to do otherwise if we didn't, do this? If the Washington Wizards didn't sign Jonas Valanciunas to a 3-year, $33 million deal, what would we have done? All right. What would have we done? I just think it was just a deal that we needed to do. Gives us a veteran. And, like, what are you getting in Jonas Valanciunas at this point in his career? Like, what was Jonas Valanciunas' stats last year, if you guys are curious? Well, Jonas Valanciunas last year put up in 23.5 minutes a night, which was his lowest in his career. 12.5 points, 56% for the field, about 31% from three, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and just under a block a game. Year before that, in 25 minutes a night, he put up 14 and 10, 2 assists, and about a block a game, 55% from the field and 35% from three. His best year with the Pelicans was that 18 points a game, 54% from the field, 36% from three, 11.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and a block a game in 30 minutes a night in the first year with the Pelicans. And he had 1 year with the Grizzlies where he was in like those 19 games after he got traded from the Raptors. The guy put up like 20 and 10, and the following season he averaged 15 and 11. In the following year, 17 and 12 and a half. So he's a guy who can stuff the stat sheet if it needs be. So what are we getting? What type of big is Jonas Valanciunas at this point in his career? I think he's one of the better offensive-minded bigs, but the problem is his offensive game is an old school effective post moves with a little bit, he'll finish inside the paint with a little bit of passing. He's a great pick and roll player. He's able to hit perimeter shots, but he's slow-footed on defense. And even though he uses his size to deter opponents from the rim, he's not like a rim protector. But he's a really good, guy. So I like it.